Yo, what is up guys, Simba Gaming here, and in today's video I'm going to bring you guys another 3v3 arena commentary. Now, these games is going to be OWLPLAY is Up Balanced Druid, Shadow Priest. Now, in my previous video I asked you guys, do you prefer the commentary, the breakdown of the games, or do you prefer just the games itself, with some edits, a little bit of music and whatnot? And the response was a little bit mixed. The majority of the people said they prefer the commentary. It helps them get a better understanding of the game. But there also was a few people who enjoyed just the gameplay. So from now on, each video I upload is just going to be a two-part video basically. So the first part is going to be the video. It's going to be just the gameplay itself with maybe some music, some edits, a few little clips here and there. And the second video is going to be a commentary. The same games, same video. One's just going to be with the music and one's going to be me breaking down the games bit by bit, giving you guys a live commentary. Now with that being said, let's jump into the first game. Okay guys, here we are. I'm going to be versing some RMP in this game. Like I said, playing some OWLPLAY now. This is the very first game I think I actually might have queued with this team. Maybe if it's not the first game, it might be like one of the very first few. So I just found them at LFG, jumping into Ruins of Lordaeron, coming up against an RMP. Now, as you guys can see here at the start of the game, at the start of every game, coming up against the RMP, you're going to want to try and get combat. Now, the reason for getting combat is if you don't, the rogue can sap you. So as you can see there, a little bit of lag because I'm Australian, has that sort of bad connection. I'm not able to get the dots off. So as you guys can see here, the rogue sapping me, opening up on the priest, straight away a blind coming out into my chamois. So this is going to be they're a little bit of a go, trying to get maybe some offensive pressure now. Not too much comes out of it, so I'm not too sure why. This is a very ordinary team, I'd say. Don't want to call them bad, but I would not say that very good at all, but I mean, it is what it is. So as you can see here, just trying to get some pressure out, just trying to get a little bit of control of the game. As you guys can see, the Hex did come out into the Mage with the Mage's Trinket, on that Hex instantly. So the Mage, his Icy Veins comes out. This is there you go, sort of here. Rogue popping cooldowns, he had me in that stun. But you can see here, the healer has no Trinket already. Now, since he has no Trinket, I'm going to be putting straight into a Root Beam. So let's just go back, because that happened very quickly. A lot of pressure on me. You guys can see here a stun on the Priest, then followed up by the Blanket Silence. Now from there, unfortunately, like I said, a lot of these games, my microphone didn't pick up because the Shadow Play settings weren't done properly, but that's fine. So coming out of that silence, moving over, putting that Root Beam in there, he does try to get a mind control, but cancels it. And as you can see there, that one-shot macro Star Surge getting huge, 33k Star Surge. Now basically wiping them up, just cleaning their team up, very easy. First game. So with that being said, now let's jump into the next one. Now here we are guys, jumping into the second game. This is going to be on Ashamane's Fall. Like I said, we'll be coming up against another RMP. So now, as you guys can see here, same thing. To try to start off the game, we're going to be trying to run out, trying to get combat straight away. So see if we can get it. Right there, managed to get combat and managed to get some dots out, meaning we avoid that sap, we sort of slow down that opener. And just there, what I tried to do just there, you can see the positioning, the rogue's opening. So he opens with a cheap shot on the healer, follows up with a cheap shot on me. So him doing that, I'm trying to spread out, make it hard for him to hit. My teammates are closer he is, it's easier for him to switch back and forth. Not only that, you can see the Priest and the Mage, other side of the map, V stepping to the side. I'm slightly trying to get that line of sight, trying to get behind that pillar. Meeting the Mage, you can see where he is now. He had to step out a little bit further, getting combat with me. But to start off the game, again, going to be trying to line of sight. So for the Mage to get the pressure out, he's going to have to blink in a little bit here. There's going to be a double feed coming out into both my DPS now. This is like the typical start. They're going to try to get some CC out, trying to get some fears and some polys and whatnot. Get a lot of pressure, so straight away, I have the Earthen Shield on me. You can see I'm in bear form, jumping around for a bit. I'm just basically trying to live with this. I open my talent book, not too sure what's going on, but you guys can see here. priest chucking out a silence onto the mage, just as trying to slowly go, trying to reduce their pressure. The mage is going to be trinketing that instantly. So again, on the mage's part, not a very good play from him to start off with. Again, me just jumping around trying to live. I'm sitting in that Earthen Totem right here. So the Shaman's Earthen Totem. This means I can stay out, come out of bear form, try to get a little bit of pressure out. So now, let the game play out for a bit. See what happens. Like I said, mage does have no trinket. It's going to be a triple fear coming out from my priest right here. Unfortunately, I don't have thorns. I think that's what I was checking for. So right there, I'm going to be chucking out a root beam onto the healer. Going to be getting a lot of pressure out. Going to be popping that one-shot macro. I think a little bit of cleave damage. I get him out of it. I'm not too sure what. But he's out of the root beam. Also, with that coming out, there's a rogue's cloak. Again, a lot of pressure coming out to me. So straight away, something is very important playing a balanced druid, playing against RMP, knowing when to go to bear, trying to get into bear form early. So as you guys can see here, a lot of pressure coming out. Icy Veins you can see on the right hand side of the screen from the mage. Rogue sitting on me, that frozen orbs coming out. Priest casting penances into me, so a lot of damage. So straight away, very important. You're gonna be trinketing that straight away, jumping into bear, using those frenzy heals, having those heals tick, and right there as well. Don't forget, you do have Innovate, so Innovator healer, high pressure situations, he's able to spam those heals free of mana, so it helps you in the long run, helps you get that little bit of I guess sustainability. Doesn't want to get too quick, so there's gonna be a polymorph coming out onto the healer. He's going to be trinketing. He's going to be landing into another half polymorph. So again, a lot of pressure coming out from their team. This is their go. This is a lot of their pressure. He still has his Icy Veins up. He's still sitting on me. A lot of pressure, unfortunately. Don't have thorns. I think I forgot to pick it up. So again, jumping around. As you can see, he messed up there. He stunned too early. That stun was DR, so quarter DR. Basically non-existent now. Again, silence coming out onto the priest here. He's going to be sitting that silence. He's going to be putting a MC onto the priest here as well, getting the priest's trinket, as you can see. Now, still a lot of pressure. It might have been better for him to CC one of the DPS, but chose to do it on the healer. So again, playing the game out a little bit here. Shammy's going to be dropping a stun totem. Now I'm going to be trying to get out of bear form again, trying to run around. I want to get the game here, get the game rolling, get the ball rolling, try to get some pressure out here. So let's pause it quickly. Just get a quick look at the game right here. They've had their go. It is RMP, so there's a lot of constant pressure, a lot of CC they're able to put out. But like I said, so you can see here, healer has no trinket. Mage, he also has no trinket. Now, I trinketed before during one of their goes to help myself live. So you can see here, no trinket for me for a minute 20. I don't have basking for another 10 seconds, so could be a lot of pressure now. Yeah, it could be a lot of pressure. He's sitting in that polymorph a little bit in the open, but Earthen Totem is down. I'm sitting in. I should be fine. You can see they're jumping into bear, healing up to that 60% with that frenzy regen, plus his heals coming in now. Again, so trying to run around, trying to play the game out, trying to cast a cyclone. Here you can see both their kicks come out now. This is very handy for us. 2 kicks on my one cast. So the reason for this means my healer is able to free cast for free. Doesn't have to worry about any kicks. Only have to worry about stuns, etc. So now, here we go, trying to play the game a little bit, trying to cast that Fury Loon, get that pressure out. You can see Rogue has no cloak, no kicks are available. The healer has trinket. It's going to be a silence thrown onto the healer. A lot of pressure coming out. Like I said, this is our damage. This is our go now. Trying to turn the game around a little bit here. Going to be dropping a root beam on top of the healer as well, which is going to be trinketing. Too late though, so the rogue is going to go down. Now, again, not the best team, but since it's RMP, there's a lot of constant pressure, a lot of constant damage to be wary of, so that's why we're on the back foot for a lot of the game, but a very good thing to know when versing rogues. They have no evasion, they have no cloak, makes them very vulnerable. So like we said, healer had his string come back up, but swapped the game around a little bit. Went from being on the defensive, we went from having a lot of pressure on us to flipping it around, having our offensive go, putting out our offensive pressure. And as you guys can see here, the stun on the healer and the silence on the healer, followed by the root beam with that rogue, like I just mentioned, having no cloak, very vulnerable. So landing the kill there. So basically, that's a summary of that game. Just so you guys know, rogues very good targets with no cloak, with no evasion. So try to land that For example, if the rogue does have trinket in that situation and cloak, you can use the pre-stun just to try and land the kill, but it all depends on the scenario. The way that one panned out was with the stun silence root beam on the healer to land the kill. Now guys, jumping into one more game here. As you guys can see, we're playing on the Tiger's Peak. I'm coming up against Warrior, Demon Hunter, Resto, Druid. Now I'm not too sure if this comp has a name, but Demon Hunter, Warrior, very good comp, so there's meaning a lot of pressure. So against this, double melee, first thing to check for, make sure you're running Thorns. Comes in very handy. They actually, like a lot of the end of the games, they tend to be killing themselves, like Thorns being like my 3rd or 4th most damaging ability. So as you can see, run out, start the game off with here, try to get some dots out, a root coming out to the DH, sitting it out, see what happens. A little bit of pressure straight away. You can see they're going on the chamois. I'm going to be putting a Thorns onto the chamois, a pre-Thorns and early Thorns, meaning all they're casting into this is going to be hitting them hard. You guys can see here, Warrior dropping the War Banner. This War Banner reduces the time for CCs. I think it's by 25% maybe, so it comes in very handy for them. But you can see here me trying to kill it, casting a few Solar Rust into it now. Druid's coming in, might be, trying to land a bash on me.